It would be great to have someone who could do our work for us, right? Someone to prevent us from making mistakes. Someone to assist with our routine professionally and allow us to devote our time to communicating with our closest people. If only we could get results without wasting our time for nothing. Unfortunately, it's impossible in real life. But wait, Light Forex Social Trading. Spend your time doing what really matters to you.
Okay guys, good afternoon, 4th of October 2019, 2:15 p.m. CET. Piotr here, it's my pleasure to be with you again, the last meeting of this week. And let's check the calendar, because we have the first Friday of the October, right? So meaning, usually that's non-farm payrolls day, and yes, it is today as well, non-farm payrolls day. Taking into the consideration what happened over the course of the whole week, well, that might be very, very interesting afternoon. Okay. Thank you, MHB. Thank you. We are going to monitor Nasdaq. We are going to monitor gold. We are going to monitor euro dollar and one more dollar cross, because it's a dollar related event. Before we start, as usual, risk warning, guys. Please bear in mind, trading FX on margin, trading crypto carries a high level of risk, may not be suitable for investors. You can sustain a loss of some or all initial investment, so please do not invest the money you cannot afford to lose. Seek education, gain experience before risking real money. However, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Okay, so where we are, there you go. I'm flat ahead of the event, meaning that I also closed dollar Swiss franc. There is also one more reason. I'm changing the place next week. So also don't wanna stay with any kind of the position. But of course, I'm going to, if there is any kind of the intraday setup, if there is any possibility to trade the news, of course I'm going to do that. Anyway. Yes, so that's gonna be euro dollar, that's gonna be gold, that's going to be Nasdaq, and I don't know, either Swiss franc or cable. It's like, you know, Brexit related. It might be tricky. Let's have a look what we are going to have on the dollar yen. Let's start with dollar yen. We can always switch, right? So that's what we are going to monitor. What's the market expectations? The headline is expected around 145,000. But guys, we are watching average hourly earning, right? And the expectations are 0.3. The previous one, if you remember, was better, 0.4. and I've been trading twice euro dollar as far as I remember, if I'm not mistaken. Once I've been stopped out, and second time probably it was the winner. Anyway, that's what I'm waiting for. Average hourly earnings from the dollar perspective, right? And of course the headline is from the indices perspective, I would say. Okay, but there is a big but, guys. At 8 a.m. p.m. CET, 2 hours before the US cash close, we have a Fed Chair Powell speaks, and well, it might not be the turnaround. So don't fall in love with your position, and don't forget about the Powell 8 p.m. CET, 2 hours before the New York cash close. Okay, so it's quite important. Okay, so let's have a look what we have and where. Now let's start with euro dollar. The yellow box over here, that's the supply based on 110 break to the downside after week. If I'm not mistaken, it was the week PMI, manufacturing PMI, or flash maybe. It was something PMI related from the Germany. Been tested once, and then strong move to the downside. So that might be line in the sand for the dollar. Okay, the overall line in the sand for the dollar. So that's very important. Other thing is that we are still, and it was nicely defended yesterday, we are still above weekly open and Monday high, right? So yeah, that's how it looks for now. We ready, as you can see, another algo been found. We ready to try to push again a little bit higher, and if we are going to go a little bit higher, right, if we are going to go a little bit higher, it might be boom like this, right? So looks like market is ready to retest these highs, maybe to look for stops. All right, and if that's gonna be the case, we have some possible supply in between here and here. So that's how euro dollar looks like. We might have eventually double pullback of that size to retest. In case of the good data, we might retest, but the weekly open gonna be the key here, as you can see. So I think that from the euro dollar perspective, we are well prepared. So dollar yen, this one very tricky, very tricky. But let's try not to give up, and let's have a look. Yesterday close was quite good. It was still possibility to trade over under, but looks like we are breaking. In that case, the next level of demand is somewhere towards 106.20, 105.80. Mid of that, 50% of that. Yeah, let me show you. That was the previous consolidation we discussed, right? So 50% of that consolidation. To the upside, of course, monthly open, weekly open. So levels towards 108. We are 106.80. So of course, that's gonna be the challenge. But there is a one level I like in case of the possible supply, is a closing the gap between what happened on Wednesday and where we are today. And we didn't hit that level yet, and after the open, different way, open was 91, the low was 64, meaning 27 points, and 27 from the open is 107.18, and the low here 107.04. So a little bit higher, maybe towards the close. Okay, so let's switch to the intraday chart. That's intraday supply, which already been tested yesterday. Huge Niagara fall, lower shadow, trying to hold that one, at least for now. Yeah, we'll see. And eventually swing high. Not that clear. Yeah. Watching for now. So again, don't forget about the Powell. Just final reminder, 8 p.m. CET. You know what? I'm trying not to be biased by myself. So in regards to the expectations, one thing are expectations. The second thing is that I think we have to take into the consideration the whole picture of that week. And I'm not gonna be surprised that even with the maybe not some super good number, but with the number as expected, maybe a little bit better, we might see initial reaction positive for the dollar, but then we might see attempt to sell off. So the tricky one. About the indices and the gold, we know about the gold. What's the drill? Finally, they hit. I didn't expect that they are going to hit. Line in the sand is 1500 here. 1500 is a line on the sand for the bulls and bears, in my opinion. So bulls are a little bit better off right now because we are trading 1510. Nasdaq, I think any kind of the rally, it might be the gift. But don't forget, guys. Don't forget, guys, about still somewhere in the background the deal. So yeah, guys, 40 seconds. So let's have a look what we are going to get, especially on euro dollar and the dollar yen. Good luck, everyone. I'm not gonna chase. I wanna see. What I wanna see. I wanna see earnings, guys. From the FX perspective, I wanna see earnings. $136, not bad. Of course, initial reaction saying everything, but it's not bad. Let's have a look what we have deeper. Devil is always in details. Wages 2.9 versus 3.2 previous. Unemployment 3.5 versus 3.7. So these wages are, looks like they are weak. So that could be negative from the, eventually later on from the dollar perspective. That's the full for you guys. So dollar yen is going higher. But earnings are against the dollar, guys, here. So let's have a look if we are going to that's what I think what we are going to see. So this 1-to-1 retest of this Monday high weekly open, and from here eventually higher towards 110. But dollar yen loves the number. Nasdaq, but Nasdaq is of course for the cash session. So after our meeting, that's the levels I would look for: monthly open and monthly open and Tuesday close. I'm taking into the consideration only October, not taking the Monday price action. To be honest with you, I'm shocked with what dollar yen is doing, but maybe there is something else. I don't know. I think that market, it might be that market was waiting for, you know, some dark number, you know, something like minus 50,000, for example, right? Not bad, not bad. At least for now. And immediately gold is testing 1500. That's gonna be challenge. That's gonna be challenge, guys. Uh, 0950, something around. Let's see what's going to be the reaction in case we are there. Looks like market has fallen in love with that non-farm payrolls number. I don't like wages. But who cares about the inflation right now? Maybe that's the thing. Guys, it's not time to rise yet. Somewhere towards 50 you have to retest. Dollar yen hit the supply and we have a rejection, but you know, you don't wanna sell into that rally. It's not the rally you want to sell into. Oh, that's what I was trying to tell you. Most probably. Where is next supply? This swing high here. There was also the upward revision for the previous one. To be honest with you, I can't get one thing, that there is no pressure on wages with 3.5% of the unemployment. Well, anyway, I'm not gonna discuss with the market. I wanna see 9.52 and reaction on euro dollar there. Either we are going to break that, meaning that we are going to probably change the direction, or we are going to fight around this Monday high weekly open, and we are going to see retest of 110, this yellow post German PMI high towards 10.15. $1,500 is holding, at least for now, on gold. But eventually the stops post yesterday data been taken out. Really don't know. Already we have some stats. The 3.5 unemployment rate is the lowest since 1969. So trying to talk about that, it looks like okay, the ISM manufacturing was bad. Services ISM, non-manufacturing ISM above 50, but weaker than what was expecting. Job market looks not bad. So well, trying to use some health comparison. Looks like we have a bit of flu in US, but I would say Europe got the pneumonia, right? So in that case, trying to talk from the medium-term perspective, I think still dollar is gonna be stronger, and we are going to see lower euro dollar, right? But today, I've been thinking really about this 110. 15, 110, 20 retest of that level, and was thinking to see what kind of the reaction we are going to get there, but looks like we might not see that level, at least for now. So let's have a look where we have the pound. Yeah, pound is going back, got back below Monday high, retesting weekly open. Is fighting right now inside this yesterday demand over here. So that's the weekly open. So looks like this the Brexit plan, the optimism is fading right now. Well, looks like it's not going to be anything for the trading the news for me, of course. If you had your idea and you are following, then good stuff. For me, as you can see, we have what 20 pips on euro dollar after the payrolls. That's the post ISM spike as well. And federal hiring, the census one was just plus 1,000, so you know we cannot say that. Yeah, that's how I see the things. We cannot say that the Federalist based behind a good number? Well, I don't know, guys. I'm sorry, but this time I don't know. It might be in case of the stronger dollar, but anyway, be ready for a little bit of the fireworks this evening when their liquidity is going to be very, very low, 2 hours before the US close. If we are going to get some hints in real, what about next FOMC? I think that in case we are going to get the close below this post ISM spike yesterday, right? So that might be short-term change of the direction. But I'm going to wait for the move below weekly open, because here we have this, you know, equal size correction. By the way, guys, congratulations. If you remember, we finished our meeting yesterday when we were breaking this 7,530, 7,500, and I mentioned if we are going to get lower shadow, we might see higher levels, right? So if anyone was trying to take the opportunity, take the advantage of what happened, there was a possible to make few points. Okay, optimism is fading on the Nasdaq. There was some news overnight that Apple request their suppliers to raise the components production to Apple 11 by 10%. So we might see today a little bit of the support from the Apple at the beginning based on that news. Oh, I'm sorry, MHB. It's so slow. No, you know, no passion with this move post non-farm payrolls. There is no passion. It's so slow. The worst thing. It should be like, whoa, spike here, spike there, let's watch this, let's watch there. It's nothing like that. At least for now, boring for me. But the early candles might looks interesting. We have like 9 minutes to go, so let's stay for this more 9-10 minutes. Let's have a look what we have from the early chart perspective, and then it's going to be time to finish our meeting. Maybe we are going to have some moves towards the top of the hour. That's happened very often, right? So let's give them the chance. Yeah, let's give them the chance. Fingers crossed. Okay, I understand. This type of the strategy I've been using before the financial crisis, so before 2008, and it worked well, very well. But with this volatility killing after the financial crisis, if you haven't noticed, more attempts to break to the upside or to the downside, at least the first attempts are usually faded very quickly, and we have the run other side. Eventually, then after the second or third attempt, there is a break. It's completely different what I've seen before 2008. That's one of the reasons I'm trading very, very rarely these days at the breakouts and breakdowns. Meaning I'm trying to buy the pullbacks and trying to sell the rallies. From time to time, yes, I do breakouts, breakdowns, but those good times for me with that strategy are gone. Well, if they can manage on euro dollar the close below, and they can hold two consecutive early closes below that zone, so that consolidation late New York, Tokyo and London today, that might be just, distribution and lower levels to go. Okay, so we know the distance, we know what is going on. Let me remove that, so it's going to be easier to explain what I'm talking about right now. All right, that's consolidation, right? Because what we've seen post ISM yesterday was the breakout through some levels. They were not able to push higher towards this 10.15, 10.25 yellow zone. So yeah, in case of the early close below, we might see weaker euro. In that case, would be great to check what kind of the size of the move we might have, initially at least. So let's have a look. After the break here, that was the biggest move, I would say here. Was it equal? No, it was bigger. It was bigger from here. There was a low here. Okay. That would be the weekly open, bounce back. Well, that might eventually work. So that's gonna, no, breakdown is going to be here, so I have to count from here. Well, and then bounce back, that would be also equal of that. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so yeah, let's have a look if that's going to work that way eventually. Dollar yen stronger, gold is breaking back below 1500, guys. Trying to create swing high. So 1485, 1480 again. In that case. The euro dollar is trying to hold the line. Cable is holding this demand. Well, looks like we are trying to set up risk on sentiment as the yen is weakening the most here, looks like. The question is if it's going to be just profit taking or something more. So we hit finally again the line on the dollar yen, as you can see right now, right here. A little bit of the new high or higher high compared to what happened just post non-farm payrolls. 1 minute left. And the euro is trying to hold. Euro might be supported by the euro yen, for example, guys, because it looks like it's the yen related case right now. So this post ISM is well, let's wait towards top of the hour, but looks like it's going to be broken. So from the intraday perspective, as long as we are above 107, it might be bullish case for the dollar yen. Ooh, gold. But that's the supply here right now, right here, yeah, and that's where the reaction is. But we took out the supply based on the yesterday ISM, so that's positive in my opinion. 109.30. I'm going to take out those distances just to have clear chart. Here we know as well 50. So it might be that we are going to see a squeeze on indices. Well, tough call for me, guys. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna try to, say something I'm really not sure about. So maybe I'm going to be quiet for a while. I have no idea what might happen. It's so slow. It's so slow. Maybe gold, right? So in that case, where in between 15.0, I would say that zone in case of the retest. But of course, if we are going to see red color on the indices, we might, get back and hit some more. And we did the same to the downside on gold almost already. No, guys, nothing for me here today. I'm sorry. If you remember, we were trading twice post Canadian GDP. We were trading a few times dollar Swiss franc. We are discussing other opportunities, but today, I'm sorry, but I don't know. I'm sorry, but I don't know. So when I have this feeling that, okay, based on what I see on the charts, this, that, then I'm trading. And today, well, I'm sorry, I don't know. So if I don't know today, there is no reason to waste your time today, guys. So that's it from my side. Looks like for me time to recharge the batteries for the next week, but it's gonna be tricky. It might happen that you are not going to meet me next week. Instead, you are going to probably to talk to Michał, guys. As I mentioned, I'm moving, so I need a little bit of time to settle those things. And right after, we start with what I already been talking about for quite a few times. New cool features we are going to add, and I think you are going to like it. But we need to build community, guys. Otherwise, we have to have a bigger group. So invite your friends and let's enjoy together. Let's share the knowledge and information. Guys, it was my pleasure to be with you this week again. Let's recharge the batteries and see you again. Have a great weekend, guys. Thank you very much and goodbye.